DeeDee. If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead and click the subscribe button for all my return subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It feels so good to be back to making videos. I missed last Monday because I was out sick with the flu. And I also want to give some shout outs to, I got my little handy dandy notebook. Devin Haley, Yvette Shelton, Grateful and Blessed 013, Teresa Wilkes, Dion Taylor, and Miss Lady Cap. Thank y'all for, giving me well wishes while I was sick. I really appreciate it. But, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. As y'all can see, I got my notes because I didn't want to miss a thing. So today's video is going to be about how to grow your edges back, how I grew my edges back. All I can do is tell you what I did, okay? I've heard of other things you can use, but I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. So if you are new to my channel, I gave birth to Cam on December 27th of 2018. And about 5 months after that, well, actually probably about 4.5 months after that, I started experiencing really, really bad shedding. So it started throughout my hair, and then I swear I just woke up one morning and all my edges were gone. So I'll show y'all like a clip from the Mother's Day vlog that I did in 2019. And you can see that my edges are pretty much non-existent. It was from like all the way in the front, a little bit in the back, but mostly in the front. So I said that I really didn't know what to do on how to get my edges back. I was familiar with certain products, but I said I was just try something and see if it worked, and it ended up working. Now, in my opinion, I know there are videos out there, people saying, you can grow your edges back in a week, 2 weeks, whatever. This process was not 1 or 2 weeks, okay? It took a while over time. And for people that probably have been trying to grow their edges back and they haven't had, I guess the experience that they want, haven't had the results that they want, you may have to switch your products throughout. But yeah, for me, I'm just going to be upfront. This wasn't something that happened in like 1 or 2 weeks. Like, this took some time to gradually get my edges back. And as you can see, they are back. So the first thing, the first bit of advice I would give if you're trying to grow your edges back is to switch your hairstyles. And what I mean by that is, I'm a bun girl. I love a bun to the back. I love a bun to the front. I just think buns look very sleek for any occasion, for work, happy hour, date night, church, anything. You can always do your makeup, not do makeup with a bun, earrings, small earrings like this, big earrings. So I'm like a bun person. When my edges came out, I stopped doing buns only because of the tension on my hair. Yes, buns are very sleek. You're like, hey, I'm not doing a lot to my hair, but actually you are, because you are pulling it back. So pulling the bun back is messing up your edges, taking them out even more, and it's preventing them to grow. And pulling your hair up in a bun is doing the same thing. So switch your hairstyles. What I did was I just started wearing twists a lot. I have my hair twisted in a protective style right now. And that's what I would do. Sometimes I would just wear the twist like this, like I have it back in a ponytail, like not a tight ponytail, but I just have a ponytail holder around it to keep it, tucked under. Or sometimes I would just put 2 pins, or like pull it up and put 2 pins on the side and just wear my twist like that. I was just trying to do as much as possible not to put any tension on my hair. So if I were you, I would stay away from box braids. I would stay away from passion twists, knotless braids, all that, weaves, especially the lace fronts. We're not going to do anything, again, what I talked about in the other video. We're not going to do anything where you got to glue something down to your head. So any type of style where you're going to be pulling your hair, I would say don't do. I didn't do that. Like I said, I wore my hair in twist the majority of the time when I was trying to grow my hair out. If you want to do twist and do a twist out, you want to do, a wash and go, whatever, but please don't do anything that you pull in your hair. So switch hairstyles is the first tip to growing your edges back. The second tip is to moisturize and massage your edges. Now, let me tell you what I use. Where are my products? Oh, here they go. So what I used on my hair was, first let me say this. The first oil that I purchased was jojoba oil because I heard that jojoba oil was really good. I had never used jojoba oil on my hair before. Once I got the oil, I felt like it was a very light oil, and I was wanting something a little thicker for my hair to ensure some type of, growth or whatever. This was all in my head. I was like, I feel like I have a thicker oil, it will work better than the lighter oil. So I stopped putting the jojoba oil on my hair, and instead I started putting it on my face. But after I ordered that oil, I decided to order castor oil. So I have and I got this on Amazon. It is the Sky Organics USDA Organic Castor Oil. And it says it's a moisturizing oil for dry skin, hair, eyelashes, or whatever. It's basically saying, you know, keep all those things healthy and it's going to grow them. So that's what I got. I got a castor oil because we all know that castor oil is thicker. So I use this castor oil. And then the other thing that I used was this Do Grow Stimulating Hair Oil. It says that it promotes strong, shiny, healthy hair, helps eliminate dry scalp, helps reduce breakage, allowing hair to grow longer. It says it helps to repair damaged hair and it's safe on relaxed, braided, and weaved hair. So basically for everybody. It also has directions on here if you want to do a hot oil treatment. I didn't do a hot oil treatment. I just used the oil. And as you can see, I used a lot of this oil. This oil, oh my God. Y'all, this oil smells amazing. Okay, amazing. I still use this oil. I use this oil because it's a nice light oil. And I put it in my scalp. It's not as light as the jojoba oil that I ordered, but yeah, it's a nice light oil, and I just really like it. So I use the two of these. So what I would do is I will put the castor oil on first because in my opinion, I felt like the castor oil was a little bit more potent than this one because I mean, castor oil is really good for growth, for moisturization, everything. So I trusted the castor oil the best. So I would put the castor oil on first, and it has like a I don't know what this little thing is called, but whatever. Or you can use your hand. Anyways, I would get it. Sometimes I would use this and just go around my edges, right? And I would get my fingers and just massage it all around. And then I would get this oil and I would do the same. Of course, this one comes out a lot easier, and I would just do the same thing around and massage it in. This one I would take back a little bit further because of the tip on the top or whatever, the little dispenser thing that it has is very convenient. So sometimes I would just get it and just go through the rest of my hair like in the front, you know, like this. But I would do this once a day. Or did I do it twice a day? No, I would do it. No, I'll take that back. I did this twice a day. So in the morning time, I would do this and I would massage it in. And, you know, like I said, most of the time my hair was in twist anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. If I was wearing a twist out, then it wasn't a big deal either because you really couldn't tell. And I always did it at night. So find you some oils or grease. If you want to try these, fine. If you've been natural and you have certain oils that you're already putting on your hair and you want to use those, then that could work as well. But these are the two that I use. So make sure your edges are moisturized and massage your edges in order to start stimulating that growth. You can also try peppermint oil and tea tree oil. Those two oils are also very good. And you know, anything with peppermint in it, you're going to have that scent, but also sometimes you'll get that little tingle, which I love a little tingle on my edges, in my scalp, whatever. Anything with a tingle, I'm all about. So yeah, you can try peppermint oil, like I said, and tea tree oil as well. So the third tip is to wear a satin scarf. Well, yeah, a satin scarf or a bonnet around your hair at night that covers your edges in order to protect them, because believe it or not, our edges are very, very fragile. Probably the most fragile part of your hair. You know, you have the edges, you also have the ends, because the ends are the oldest, so they need a lot of attention as well. I did both. I wore a scarf around my edges. So after the nighttime routine for me was to put on the castor oil, to put on the Do Grow oil, and again massage them. And then I had a satin scarf, and I would just tie the scarf around my edges on the side, you know, just to lock in all that moisture and really get that oil, you know, down in there while I was asleep. And then I would put my bonnet around and cover it around my edges as well. So I did both, and I would suggest both. It's really just up to you, like it's personal preference, but whatever you do, make sure you're protecting your edges. Some bonnets, you know, they have, instead of them being loose, you know, when you put it on your head, they have the kind that are a little bit tighter with the band that's a little thicker. You can get one of those if you don't have a satin scarf. For me, I feel like if you're gonna pick between the two, then I would say get the scarf, because when you tie that scarf down around your edges and you already got the oil in there, you already did your massage, then it's like boom, laying just like this, and you really just locking everything in. So you can do which one you want to do. I did both. If I had to pick between the two, then I would say do the scarf if I didn't have the bonnet. Okay. So the fourth tip I have is to be gentle with your edges. And what I mean by that is if you just dying to keep styling your edges and laying your baby hairs down, I would suggest not using the same tools that you've been using. Meaning, you know, some of us have, I use a toothbrush sometimes, and I also use, you know, the little brush that has the comb on the other end. Those, don't use those. What I did when I was trying to grow my edges back, I did not use any type of styling tool on my edges trying to lay my baby hairs down. Honestly, laying my baby hairs down was kind of like the least of my worries. I was just trying to grow my hair back to even get some baby hairs. So when it came to any type of style, like after I would twist my hair and I would wear my hair in twists like this, if my hair wouldn't lay down on the side, I would just use my finger. And I would suggest doing the same. Dip your finger in the gel, dip your finger in the edge control, whatever it is that you lay your edges down with or try to lay your edges down with. And I would just use my finger and do it very gently on both sides. Some people use, well, I know a couple of people that use baby brushes. You know, I mean, I have baby brushes for Cam. Well, I used to have baby brushes for Cam. He don't use them brushes anymore. But those bristles are very, very soft. So you could get whatever styler you want and get a baby brush and brush it down. But just being rough and, like I said, using the same tools that you've already used to lay your baby hairs down, in my opinion, is very unnecessary. Just remember that the goal of all of this is to grow your edges back. So if you don't have to do anything to your edges, then I would suggest not doing anything to your edges, child, until you actually get some edges to manipulate and style. That's just my opinion. Like I say, y'all do what y'all want. If y'all want to continue to do edges, I would suggest the finger or a baby brush. But like, in my opinion, I feel like that should be the last thing on y'all mind. Alright, and my final tip for growing your edges back is give the products time to work. I think a lot of people get caught up in all the other stuff and we don't use our common sense sometimes and follow this step. And so I think it's very important. I know that when anybody is experiencing hair loss, I know for me it was like I wanted to see like instant growth like right then. But realistically, that's not always going to happen. And I feel like sometimes we start binge watching, you know, all these YouTube videos and all these grow hair, I can't say get rich quick schemes, but that's kind of like what it's like in the hair, you know, industry or whatever, and trying to find like the best product that's going to give you all this length in a week. And honestly, it just doesn't exist. So if you're trying something, then you need to give it an opportunity to at least see if you can get results from it. Like if you want to try these two products, fine. Don't use the products for a couple of days and say, I ain't, you know, seeing no results, or a week and be like, it ain't working. I mean, you have to give it some time. I started seeing growth in my edges probably within about 2 months. I could see that my edges were slowly but surely coming back in. I could tell a difference within about a two month mark. At about the 3 month mark, then I would say that my edges were pretty much back to where they were. So for me, it took about 3 months to get me there. And I'm just being honest. I can come on here and be like, hey, I use these two products and it only took 2 weeks, but I'll be lying to y'all. I don't want to do that. For me, it took 3 months. Everybody's hair is different. You know, you may use whatever products you're using and you may see the results that you're looking for, or your edges may grow back within a month. You know, it just depends. Everybody's story is different. This is my story and I'm just sharing it with y'all. But yeah, so I would say whatever products you're using, give them a time to work. If you feel like it's not working after you've, done the same routine and you've stayed consistent in the regimen every day or whatever, and you see that it's not working, then you can switch it up. But don't use something for like a week and say, it ain't working, or even 2 weeks. I feel like 2 weeks is a short period of time to be trying a product to see if you're experiencing any growth, So anyways, those are my 5 tips. Let me make sure I got everything. I think I did. Yeah, I think that's it. Those are my 5 tips on how I grew my edges back. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Share the video on all the platforms out there. I just really appreciate all the support and love that I get from y'all. And so until next time, see you guys later. Bye.